Hello and welcome back to a video by Little Grams Designs. Today we're going to be working on these little cinnamon stick reindeer. And this is just some of the stuff you will need. Your fabric, felt, bells or balls, a long doll needle, and cinnamon sticks or straws, because like this one I did with the straws. And I'm not going to go through every total step. I'll just give you the highlights of how they're done. And we'll be working on the 4x4 size, but it does come with 4x4 and 5x7. Okay, I'm working on the 4x4 size just because it goes quicker. And I put tearaway, a medium weight, lightweight, not real light, it's the medium weight, tearaway stabilizer, and I've stitched out the placement line. And so your fabric for this is twice as long, plus another inch for folding up. The sizes are in the instructions. I stitched out my facial features and we're up to this step. And what you do on this step is you fold it up, and you don't have to take it off the machine to do that, but I did just so you can see it. And then we're going to stitch two little lines here. Here I have my two little lines stitched. So we're going to fold this down again. And then fold it back up. And make a fold right along matching the other. And that way it gives you a pleated bottom. And that's where we put the rice for weight so that it sits up. Okay, you can see we've stitched around here. So we're going to take it off, tear off what stabilizer we can. And trim around and cut the threads off. And I trim around with pinking shears and clip the corners. And I will say, when you trim here, where the opening is, you want to go out a little bit farther and leave a little bit longer ledge. Okay, I've turned him, and as you'll notice, the pleats are down here to give him a bottom. So then we'll stuff about halfway down. Okay, here's my 5x7 size reindeer. I put little bells on it instead of the beads. And here's the little guy with the beads. So next, antlers. I'm not going to go through all the steps. It's just done on felt. Put a piece on the back, a piece on the front, and I did use water soluble so that it disappears, because like this one, I didn't use the water soluble, and it's hard to trim around and it doesn't tear around the curves, so some of the white shows. So, and I forgot to tell you to sew these on. I use a heavier thread. I do leather work and I have heavy thread, but upholstery thread or something, I think that way you don't have to go back and forth. Just a heavier, thicker thread will hold it better. Of course, these are made just to set around. They are not toys to be played with. Okay, here's the collar stitched out. And it's just done on a piece of stabilizer. I'll tear it off and trim around it. Okay, here's the collar. I tore the stabilizer off and left that part on, but you want to trim around the neck and cut it out with, I cut mine with pinking shears just to give it a more dimensional look, or a decorative look. Okay, the skirt for the 4x4 is about 2 by 12 inches, and it's just hand gathered at the top. If you don't like the rough look, you can double this up or make your own little skirt. Okay, now we're going to work on the pants. And for the pants, I did use the water soluble so that I can rinse it off. But I stitched a line across here. And what you want to do is fold up. You can leave it raw if you want. And you can use hem basting or whatever to hold that down if you want. It should stay in place because, like I said before, they're not toys to be played with. They're just decorative. And put the right sides together. And place them along this line. And it will stitch out the pants. Okay, here's some of our dolls done in different variations, different sizes. Kind of in the process of some of them. And depending on how you stuff them, you got to play with them to get them to set up right. But there they are. Happy stitching from Little Graham's Designs.